CM Punk punches a fan. Shocking footage. Oh man, what's up guys? Welcome back to TheReviewSpace, and yeah, I just want to review and just basically discuss this trending video. Basically, it looked like a footage that was caught by a fan that was right beside CM Punk on the final moment segment of Raw, last Monday's episode of Raw, where Vince McMahon was on the microphone and he was talking to CM Punk as Punk was running upstairs to the top of the stands. So basically, he's surrounded by all these spectators, obviously, and everybody's just kind of getting rowdy. Some people are bumping into him, maybe pushing and shoving or whatever, because CM Punk is this inflammatory heel. He is a bad guy, a villain now. So of course some people are going to be hating him, and people are going to want to maybe, just do whatever things to him, like because he's a heel. Somebody got physical with CM Punk, and if you take a look at this video, and I'm going to post a link in the description, you can check it out yourself. Right now as I'm recording this, the video has just over 10,000 views, and you can see some douchebag right behind CM Punk as he was clutching onto the WWE title. This dude wearing a gray shirt, and maybe had like a white shirt underneath it, and he was basically, he touched CM Punk, or he pushed the back of his head. You can see it right in the video. But the thing was, there was another person in front of him, another guy, and this was a separate individual. CM Punk actually thought it was him, so he turns around and just wails on him, or starts striking him with his right hand, with his right arm, like kind of like get the F away from me. So he started striking him like, get the heck out of here. Obviously CM Punk was pissed off. He reacted, and he physically assaulted the guy back. But the thing was, he got the wrong guy. CM Punk made a freaking mistake. It was that dipshit, that idiot in the gray, who was actually poking or punching, or not punching, but he was like kind of pushing the back of CM Punk's head. He was actually touching him, and this happened a few times. You could see CM Punk actually turn back at least 3 times, 2 or 3 times, before he actually started punching the guy, before he actually got physical. So people were already getting kind of rowdy and shoving and everything, and just kind of bumping into Punk himself. You can see somebody bump into Punk at least a couple of times before Punk actually reacted to the freaking physical push or whatever from the guy. Oh my god. This is funny. This is just hilarious to me, because obviously CM Punk, he got the wrong person. He basically attacked the wrong person. He wasn't looking behind him. It's not like he saw the guy push the back of his head. He thought it was the guy directly behind him, and I think he was putting on his shades. The guy was putting on his sunglasses, his shades, right behind Punk. And then CM Punk turns around right there as he was putting on his shades. He starts attacking him. He thought it was the guy with the shades, but it was some other douchebag, a guy wearing gray shirt, right behind the guy with the shades. So Punk made a mistake, man. I mean, this is a comedic, funny video, but it's also kind of whack. This is sort of like the risks, and the problem is that he attacked the wrong guy. I don't know if the guy with the shades, if he would actually take legal action and maybe win, or have some kind of compensation, or at the very least an apology from CM Punk. I know that Punk himself has been, there's sort of this fine line between being a heel and protecting yourself. Being a heel who sort of deals with negative fan reaction, people throwing cups at you, and people giving you the middle finger, maybe even punching you or pushing you because you're a bad guy. And then there's the other case where you just have to defend yourself if somebody wants to attack you. Maybe somebody, there's crazy stories where, wrestlers might get stabbed up, they might get beaten up by people who think the shit's real, somebody who buys into this, like marks, who really think that this guy is a real villain, like this guy is a real bad guy, a guy you should really attack, like physically. So I mean, there's a fine line between reacting attacking somebody, you know, physically assaulting somebody because you think they're attacking you, they really want to cause you harm, and there's a fine line between that and just being a heel, somebody who's just like, okay, I can take a little bit of abuse from the fans, you know, if they spit at me, stuff like that, you know, maybe forget about it. But this one, man, because this takes me back to the days when, you can see this on YouTube. Some kid who punched Randy Orton, this was back in the ECW days, I think it was maybe one of the one night stands or something, when there's some kid, and, you know, again, this is available on YouTube, and he kind of, like, punched Randy Orton at the side of his arm. He just kind of hit him, and then Randy kind of, like, he stops walking, and he turns to the kid, looks at him, and he's just like, man, if, you know, I would definitely deck you if I knew I wasn't gonna get sued or anything like that. But because he was a heel or whatever, you know, maybe that was obviously a part of it. So CM Punk, I understand, man, he was trying to defend himself, and he was pissed off that people were already, like, bumping into him and stuff like that, physically touching him and pushing him and stuff like that. I understand that frustration. You know, wrestlers will defend themselves, wrestlers will fight back. We've seen this many clips on YouTube. Guys like James Storm, guys like Chris Jericho, they'll just hit back and fight back against somebody who's not supposed to be there. A guy, if somebody lays their hands on you, it doesn't matter if it's a fan. It could be a disgruntled fan. It could be somebody who wants to actually cause you harm. You don't know. They want to actually harm you. Then you're obviously obliged and entitled to essentially fight back and physically just, hey, back off and defend yourself. So Punk, again, Punk was defending himself in this case. He was just pissed off. But he got the wrong guy. So he didn't know that that wasn't the person attacking him. It was some douchebag in the gray. I blame the douchebag in the gray too, because he was basically provoking Punk and touching the back of his head. This idiot got the guy in front of him in trouble. So you just never know, man. So it's like you just don't touch wrestlers. This guy's such a fucking moron for touching Punk to begin with, I think. You know, this guy is such an idiot for touching a pro wrestler in the first place. Why would you do that? That's very disrespectful. You don't touch somebody. You don't touch... It doesn't matter if it's a homie, your friend, or a stranger. Man, much less a stranger, because you don't know how they'll react. And even if it's a celebrity or a pseudo-celebrity like a pro wrestler, or somebody like CM Punk, you touch them, you physically just do something to them, they're gonna want to fight back. They're gonna want to hit back and strike back. So, I mean, it's like, just, God, man. I mean, I tell people not to do this kind of crap, but people are gonna want to do it anyway. They want to get that hands-on feel, hands-on approach. It's live. But this guy was an idiot, man. The guy who was touching CM Punk to begin with. Oh, I'm gonna touch the back of CM Punk's head. And then CM Punk ends up getting the wrong guy. So, I mean, just a horrible mistake. And this video is insane. So you guys gotta check it out. That's it, man, for this episode of Review Space. Please, just go watch this video. It's absolutely retarded. It's really stupid. I can't believe the level of stupidity that some fans will go to just to get a reaction from these wrestlers. I mean, yeah, just dumb.